Hello, my name is Hartford Dawson. I have never done a YouTube video before. This is my absolute first time. However, the severity of the situation demands that I make myself open to the world for a good cause. Recently, August 16 to August 23, I was in Ghana, West Africa, on a missionary trip. There were 8 of us on this trip, and one of the things that we did was to visit a government hospital, Suhum Government Hospital in Suhum, Ghana. And we got there and we happened to tour the malaria ward where the children were at. And I've never seen anything that has wrenched my heart as much as this. The ward, it was hot, extremely hot. There's no AC on this ward. In fact, there's not even one computer on this ward. Everything that the medical personnel do is by a pencil and on a notebook. But worse than that, I saw children suffering with no major help, no standard medical equipment, no one at their side, and it was horrible. It was just a travesty of humanism, and I was appalled, I was saddened, I was shocked, and I said if I had all the money in the world, I would build a wing to this hospital, and we would have air conditioning, and it would have all the equipment, everything that's needed to make the lives of these children a little bit more bearable. They're suffering even worse than animals. Let's fast forward. So August 23rd, I come back to the United States of America. I come back to my life, I come back to my job, I come back to this country of plenty, and I'm back into my normal routine, and all is well. Even though I still have the memories, they were somewhat starting to fade because I couldn't make a change. I tried to psychologically dismiss it. However, change would come because on October 17th, almost 2 months after I left Ghana, one Thursday evening, I got chills. I just had sudden chills. And I didn't uncontrollably chills. I couldn't even walk. I was shaking. And I put on my coat. I was actually at work, just about to leave work. And I could hardly walk. And I was able to get home because I live fairly close by. A manager drove behind me so I can get home. I actually work for Verizon Communications in New York City, on Long Island in Garden City. And I got home that Thursday night, and I began to get fever in the night. My wife gave me some Motrin, some Tylenol, and by Friday morning I was fine. It was gone, I felt good, all was well. I went to work, then I left work and came home, still felt great, no fever, no chills. But on Friday night, the fever came back so fiercely, and an headache, an unbearable headache that I felt like my head was going to explode. It was crazy. I changed t-shirts 4 times through the night. That's how much my fever was, the level of my fever, and I was sweating all the time for the night. I changed my t-shirt. Took some more Motrin and Tylenol, and Saturday morning I got up and I felt great. I'm good. I figured it's just a bug. I'm fine. By Saturday evening around 6 o'clock, the chills came back and I started to just feel horrible. I was scheduled to work Saturday night, midnight, until Sunday, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I called my job and I had my co-worker work for me. I had a tough night. I don't know what was happening to me. However, took the Motrin again, felt a little better. Sunday, I stayed home all day. I usually, I'd go out. I stayed home all day. And Sunday night, all hell broke loose. The fever came back. The headache was pounding. It was as if there was a storm inside my head trying to come out. And I could not sleep. I changed t-shirts again 5 or 6 times. And on Monday morning, October 20th, 2014, I came to the ER at Winthrop University Hospital in Mineola, New York, and that is where I am right now, in room 428. I came, and as I entered the ER, the first question that was asked to me was not my name or how may I help you. The first question was, have you traveled anywhere recently? I said yes. I was asked where. I said I've been to West Africa 2 months ago. I was told, stand right there, put on this mask, and I have a picture and you'll see, put on this mask and sit in the corner. And folks were looking at me as if I had the worst disease in the world. And the nursing assistant, or whoever she was, said to me, how long ago did you travel? I said, almost 2 months ago. She said, when did the symptoms start? I said, on Thursday night. She spoke with her superior, and they realized I was outside of the 21-day period, so it could not have been Ebola. However, they continued to run tests on me. They took me in a little room in isolation, run different tests on me, and they determined that I had malaria. Keep in mind that I took all my malaria medication prior to going to Ghana. I had to take it 2 days prior. Each day I was in Ghana, and for 7 days after returning to the United States, I took all my tabs, everything that was required of me. However, now I'm being told that I have malaria. The hospital was unable to determine the strain of malaria. Apparently there are 4 strains of malaria. So what they did, they contacted the CDC, and at this point, it's Ebola panic all over New York City. It so happens that this time coincides and has the first Ebola patient in New York, a doctor, the same time that I'm going through my little crisis, if you will. The CDC came back and said that the strain of malaria that I had was Ovale, O-V-A-L-E. The hospital did not have the medication. They said that it's in Africa and in India and other parts of the country, and but for some reason, and they pushed and they were able to get it shipped in or packaged in the same night, and I was given the doses of this medication, and I have a doctor who will explain that later. How did I contract malaria when I was properly prepared medically? I learned that the mosquitoes in Africa and in India are becoming resistant to the medications, the malaria medications. I also verified that by looking on the Bill and Melinda Gates website in Seattle, Washington, and confirmed this, and I do have a link to this that you can view. The medication does not always protect you. 8 of us went. I was the only one who got struck down with malaria. However, before the story ends, I'll show you that it was one of the best things that has happened to me, and that I'm honored. I'm not crazy. I'm honored to have contracted it, and I will tell you why. Keep coming forward. I had a horrible, this is my 8th day in the hospital now. I had, for 3 days I couldn't breathe on my own. I was in oxygen. The oxygen mask over here is an oxygen mask, and I was on the oxygen nasal drop. Let's see if I can you pass it? Oh. Okay, nasal drop, across here, and I have pictures of that. I have attached it. I have not slept more than 2 hours in any one night in the past 8 days. I have lived through hell. Also, I developed, the doctors believed I developed pneumonia during this time. I was close to death's door. One doctor said later on, close to the end, as I'm getting better, that they were pretty worried about me. I went close to death's door. However, I was stopped from entering the elevator of death. And I'll tell you why I believe that happened. As I lay in my bed one night, it dawned on me, a realization, an enlightenment came upon me, and I realized that how honorable it is to have contracted malaria, because I will become the voice that will make change in Suhum, Ghana. What do I mean by that? Well, in Suhum, Ghana, I saw the kids, the children suffering with malaria, with very little medical supplies and little help. I saw it, I visually experienced it. However, here I was experiencing it in the United States of America in one of the best teaching hospitals, Winthrop University Hospital. And some of the best insurance through my job, Verizon, and some of the best doctors. And I went through hell. And it dawned on me that here is an opportunity. I said to myself, I'm usually very private, but I decided to open up my life to YouTube and to everyone out there. And I thought to myself, why is it that these children in Africa, in particular in Suhum, Ghana, that they could suffer like this, and it seems like so many people have cut them off and have not looked their way. And I decided that because I lived through it in this country with the medical supply and the equipment and all this yada yada yada, and it was so difficult for me. How about these children in Suhum? There's nobody crying out for them. There's nobody crying out for them. So I have become the voice. I have become the voice of the children of Suhum, Ghana. And I come to you, my fellow Americans. I come to you, my fellow humans. And I'm asking you for support. I'm asking you for support to help these children in Ghana. I'm going to go to my company. I'm going to make an appeal to my company, Verizon. I've worked at Verizon for 18 years. Verizon has helped me to go to school. In fact, I will attain my PhD degree in March of 2015 thanks to Verizon. Verizon have given millions and billions of dollars in aid to Sandy victims and all other victims of crises, victims of domestic violence. So because I'm a Verizon employee, I am going to appeal to the management of Verizon to give a substantial gift, monetary gift towards this project. I'll also let you know that my first son, David, is a U.S. Marine. He served 9 months in Afghanistan. He returned home last November 2013 around Thanksgiving. I bring that up because he was trained to fight, to go on the shores of another country and fight for this country, fight for human rights. And I say to you today, you might not be military, but you can fight. How can you fight? You might not have the military expertise to go to another country and fight, but you can go to Ghana and fight. You can stay in this country and fight. And you can fight with your money. All I'm asking is for donations so we can build a wing to the hospital in Suhum, Ghana. All I'm asking you is to fight with $1. $1. If everybody gives $1, we can come together as people on behalf of our fellow humans, and we can build that wing on the Suhum government hospital in Ghana. We can do it. It is our responsibility to get outside the comforts of our own homes, the borders of our own country. We are responsible not to look at others as different colors and different race. For $1, asking for every user to give $1. If you can give $2, fine. If you can give $5, fine. If you're a corporation and you can give $1 million, fine. It's all going towards a good cause. My vision is that we will build a wing to the Suhum government hospital. It's going to be a children's ward, a malaria ward. It's going to be fully air conditioned. It's going to be state of the art. They're going to have portable x-ray machines. And why that is important, this morning 5:30 they woke me up to do an x-ray of my chest. I was getting up off the bed and the young man says to me, "Sit on your bed, sir. I have the machine right here." He came over to me. He put a hard piece of material behind my back. He covered my legs, and he brought a machine and he took an x-ray of my chest. Why a portable machine? Because in Suhum, Ghana, when these children are on the bed, I don't want them to be moved. I don't want them to be disturbed. I want the machines to come to them, not them to go to the machines. I want to limit whatever discomfort that these children have. In addition, this wing shall have an ultrasound machine. It shall be portable as well. And the place must have central air. Imagine having fever 103. Mine went up to 103.8. Imagine having that kind of fever in a tropical country with no AC. Can you imagine that? Would you allow your children or your children's friends or think, how would you feel with them going through that? But yet the children in Africa go through it. According to the World Health Organization website, 2,600 African children die every day of malaria. This is a travesty. In 2012, over 627,000 people in Africa or in the world, died of malaria. We can change it. You can fight with just $1 or $2 or $3 or $5. I have stretched myself and I've asked my family, and we are going to commit $1,000. We are going to believe, and we're going to start with $1,000. And I'm reaching out to the celebrities. I'm reaching out to the folks who are rich. I'm reaching out to government officials. I'm reaching out to the corporations that make billions and billions of dollars in revenue, and to the CEOs that are making millions and millions of dollars. I'm asking for help here. It is not just a right, a basic right to be able to live and feed your children. It is a responsibility of us all to help one another, regardless of race, sex, creed, or religion. It's not a black thing, it's not a white thing, it's not a yellow thing, it's a humanitarian thing. And I appeal to you today. Press the donate button right below and you can donate your dollar or otherwise. I guarantee you every single dime will go towards the building of this wing on Suhum Government Hospital. I will not make a dime. I don't need to make a dime, but my voice will resound from the United States of America across the oceans into Africa. And children's lives will going to be changed. And you can be a part of it by spending $1. $1. Can you do that for a child that's suffering in Suhum, Ghana? A child that who may be an orphan. No AC, no computer. We can do better than that. We are on this earth to help each other. We can do better than that. Can I depend on you? Please press the donate button. $1. $1. I went through 8 days of hell. I'm still in the hospital. My liver is enlarged. I have I have fluids in my tongue, in my lungs. That's established. This is day 8. I'm in the hospital away from my family and my job. But I had to go through this for these children, and I am determined that this will get built. Thank you for listening. God bless you, and God bless your family. Click the donate button and donate for humanitarian cause. God bless you. For Dawson, I've been in Winthrop Hospital for the last 9 days. I'm getting released today. So some of the greatest doctors in the world, and I have launched a website. It's called lovewithoutwalls.org, and these are 2 doctors, and they're going to say a quick word.
So my name is Dina Shnuda. I'm one of the doctors that took care of Mr. Dawson. He's been a pleasure to take care of, and God bless his mission, and I'm hoping that he can generate word about malaria for the kids of Africa and make a difference in their lives.
And I'm Steve Aziz. I'm also one of the doctors that took care of Mr. Dawson. We just want to wish him the best of luck, and hopefully we want to get him started, so we're going to donate to his cause.
It's
Thank you,
$1,
sir.
not a big deal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.